Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk here on Shelbyville Now.
Hello.
I'm David Thomas. This is Bo Gill.
Good to see you.
Before we get started, I want to make sure that everybody understands and that we're transparent with all our viewers. Bo is currently a declared candidate for Beaufort County Commissioner. Real Talk remains an editorial program under the full control of Shelbyville Now. This platform is not affiliated with any campaign, and we will offer equal access to all qualified candidates in this race. Our goal is to provide open discussion of issues facing Beaufort County while maintaining fairness and transparency. Okay, Bo, we had some rain today, a good steady rain for a change.
We had some good rain. We had some wind too.
Yeah, a little boom, a little thunder this morning.
Especially a little south in Petersburg at our farm down there. It had some wind damage.
Oh, really?
There. A lot of lightning and got hit. We didn't get the severe stuff really, but we got a lot of rain. Yeah. We've had a lot of rain here recently. I don't know if we've caught back up.
In my house, it rains just a little while and then it stops, but it stays cloudy. You see clouds, you think it's going to rain any minute, and it just don't.
Yeah.
And the humidity's been
high. You can cut it with a knife.
Yeah. I think, though, that things are going to clear out here middle of the week, and it's going to dry up a little bit. But, I mean, we still probably need some rain. We have had a bad drought.
Does dry up mean heat up? Is that what?
No, I don't think it's going to be
I would love to have this type of weather going on for, a while.
Well, before we dive into our topics today, we'd like to thank our sponsors, 580 Graphics,
yes,
and Dennis Young Insurance.
Yes.
And let's hear from them, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the topic.
Let's do it.
Looking to make your brand stand out? At 580 Graphics in Shelbyville, we turn your ideas into bold, professional results. From custom logo design to screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, decals, banners, and signage, we handle it all in-house with precision and fast turnaround. Whether you're a small business, a church group, a sports team, or a growing company, our experienced design team works with you every step of the way to bring your vision to life. We don't just print graphics. We help you get noticed. Exceptional service. Eye-catching design. Results that speak for themselves. Visit 580 Graphics today and let your brand make a statement.
Get the results you want with the personalized service you deserve at Dennis Young Insurance Agency.
As a local independent agency, we offer coverage from several different companies, including Erie. So whether it's auto, home, life, personal, or business, we can find the right coverage to meet your unique insurance needs. And with a rate lock advantage, your rates won't go up as long as you do not change drivers, autos, or addresses. Contact us at Dennis Young Insurance Agency, insuring Shelbyville and surrounding areas since 1988.
All righty, welcome back in here to Real Talk here on Shelbyville Now. Bo,
Yes.
I know we've been glued to the TV over the weekend. I know I have. I've been watching all the news feeds, trying to figure out what's going on in Iran and in Lebanon with Israel and all the hoopla with the war. And today it looks like, we don't have a deal, but we're still going to talk. We're going to get a good deal. And then we're pulling Israel back out of Lebanon. We've talked to Netanyahu, Trump did, and they've stopped. They're not going to go into Beirut like they had planned. They pulled back. I don't know what's going on.
Give me a break. I can't believe any of it. Every new update I get, I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Let's see what's current right now.
Because when they're giving the update, Israel's like shooting at Lebanon, or they're trying to occupy it. I mean, what is up with this team of gangsters? I mean, it's
get this. This is what just blows my mind. You've got that going on, and at the same time, you've got Iran running around on bass boats, shutting down the Hormuz Strait. How do they do that with these little bitty old boats? We got the best Navy in the world, and we can't stop a bass boat.
I mean, it makes you wonder. I mean, Bill Dance or somebody might come out and throw some fish. I don't understand what's going on, but I know that what is going on is they are adamantly going to protect or going to throw a wrench in this problem, however. I mean, look, they're mad. They're mad.
All right. Here's what Trump told CNBC. This was a phone interview, and he made the statement, told CNBC's Iman Javers, I don't care if peace negotiations with Iran are over. It says Trump said he wasn't worried about oil prices, which spiked following a report that Iran will completely block the Strait of Hormuz in addition to halting negotiations with the U.S. And that was earlier in the day. And then he came back out on True Social and said he's had better conversations with them, but he's getting bored with it. Okay.
Getting bored with
What
it.
does that mean?
So, I mean, I like picture him with a speakerphone going, and he's sitting there like, like, no. What's on TV? He's just kind of, he's bored with it. I mean, hello. And the comment where, he's not worried about the oil prices. I mean, I am.
Well, I get what he's saying. And
I don't.
He thinks that if he waits them out, they're going to cave in. Guess what? They don't care if he comes and kills everybody. We're going to be, they want to die.
They're got caves. They're hit. They wait. That's what they do. They wait out. That's what they've done for 10,000 years.
Well, look at Afghanistan.
Yeah, same thing.
We finally said, what the
Yeah.
heck? Let's just leave. All right. I think Trump has speeded up the process. Instead of taking 20 years, he's going to take, I think within 3 or 4 more weeks, we'll just turn and walk away.
Yeah, I know. And then now look what we've left there. Look, we've left another generation to hate us, and then we've got to,
they hate us.
They hate us anyway. I mean, maybe they were just wanting, they might have just had their nuclear program just to say, keep away from us. A lot of people think that they had one they would shoot. I don't know. But they might have just had it, just as a threat, just stay away from us. But then again, when you say death to America all the time and all these, terrible statements, they've had it coming for a while, but I just don't know how they're going to end this. I don't know how there can be peace in this region.
There's not going to be
anytime
peace
soon.
There's not going to be peace.
I mean, and it seems like as long as Israel is involved in this, that they're just ready to run and gun and just
they want to blow up everybody.
And yeah. And
all right, so we know, biblically speaking, we know that this goes back 2,500 or 2,000 years, or 2,500 years or more.
Way back.
And this is going to be forever. Until the Lord returns, there's going to be disarray. And to think that we're going to go over there and wave a magic wand, as I like to say, and make it all be good, it's not going to happen.
Well, but I guess you have to show some effort, right? I mean,
you want
to
think that you can do it.
You want to think that you can do it, and the next man will too, and then the next man, just like all the past men.
Yeah.
And yes, this is not that Israel that was biblically speaking. I mean, these people are gangsters, kind of. They're thugs. They are just shooting and crucifying people left and right. And we're kind of into talks, and then all of a sudden they're shooting.
But we are too.
Well, then we just need to keep shooting. We need to quit talking about peace.
Here's the problem, Bo. We ain't gonna ever beat them.
Well,
how are we gonna beat them? They don't understand what getting their butt kicked mean. They just keep on getting it kicked, and they don't think nothing about it. And unless we went in with 10 million people and just occupied the country, we don't have that big of a force.
So then what do we do to resolve this? How is this able to get resolved? How do we get the bass boats off and make
Well, I mean, we obviously can't handle that.
We can't even, I still don't think we know who we're talking to. I still don't think we know who's in control.
Well, here's the thing.
It's the people with the guns, but
we wanted regime. Israel wanted regime change. Well, we killed the first layer. We got to the second layer. We killed them. We're now on the third layer. Parts of those have been killed. And it's just the same thing, except the farther down the hole we go, the worse they are.
Yeah, I mean, and they like to prop up people. I'm sure if they propped up somebody, he'd be dead in 2 days. If they put their own person in there. I just really don't know. I do know that people from just looking at what's going on, if they don't look too deep, they know that the gas is high and they know that there's a war going on. And there is a way that connects. I mean, and then you've got the elections coming up here in the fall, in the winter, or whenever it is. It's later on in the year,
August and November.
You got the midterms,
and then
So I mean, that's a thing to think about. He's going to catch a lot of blame from this, especially from those in the middle type folks.
I was reading over the weekend that we are about 450 million. I think it's million. Yeah. 450 million barrels of oil out of the market. And Iran has basically shut down their drilling, and some other countries have shut their drilling over there because they can't get it out. So they can't stockpile it. So it's just sitting in the ground. And that has shrunk the reserves in the United States. And we're 2 to 3 weeks away from a spike in crude oil, irregardless of what happens over there, just because the amount of oil has come down to a level that it hadn't been in a while.
And that's because of this.
Yes.
It's kind of a product
because
of
of the bass boats.
So because of the bass boats today.
Right.
Well, which leads to the question, which we mentioned last week, is when is the time for us to get in our own supplies and just keep it self-contained?
You can't do it.
I think you can.
I don't know how.
I know that they're foreign owned.
But see, here's the thing. When you got Trump bragging about China coming and filling up their tankers here, okay, they're going to buy oil from us. Yeah, but who's getting the money? The government's not getting the money. These big companies, the big oil companies, are getting the money for the oil. They're the ones selling it, and it's a free market. If you do not have a free market, then our conservative values are out the window.
And these are not American-owned oil companies?
Well, they're stakeholders that are American, and we want to think ExxonMobil is American. But if you look, it's the Saudis. They're getting their money that way.
Well,
it's worldwide conglomerates because it's a worldwide market.
Yes.
You've got ExxonMobil is probably all, well, they're all over the world.
Well, when you have these type of crises, it's time to rethink things. I mean, I think this is what you need to do, because when a little strip of water has ramifications that affect the whole world, it's time to rethink
Connie
things.
Hasty says, drill, baby, drill.
Drill, baby, drill.
We've been doing it. We're putting out more oil now than
But
we've
we're
ever
selling
had.
it. We need to keep
Well, it's
it
not
here.
it's me and you and
Well, I
our
know.
government. It's not selling it. It's these companies that are selling it.
Well, they need to.
and the only way that you stop it is to say the only people that can get American oil are Americans. You immediately take away the free market.
Well, I think that maybe you can put a timeline.
And the problem with that is, Bo, the companies, the price of oil, if we did that, it's going to still skyrocket, because that's going to send the world price even higher.
Remember fracking? What about fracking?
We're
Remember
doing
when
it. We're still doing it.
It saved our butt several years ago.
We have to be at $86 a barrel. No, wait a minute, $65 a barrel for that to be profitable. Well, we're in the 90s. I think we closed around 94.
But we are doing that. I know that.
Yeah, we're doing
during
all kinds
the Biden era. It got kind of maybe.
We're drill baby, and
that's what drill baby drill is.
See, here's the thing. Stop selling. We can't stop selling. That's the problem. You can't sell. You can't tell a private company or a company. You look at a publicly traded company that has shareholders.
Yeah.
They want to make money.
Or
they're going to dump their stock.
And that's why I ask, is it American owned? Because I think that's when, if it was American owned fully, that they would say, look, it's time to put our country first and supply the needs here. I don't know if it would make.
It's not their country. It's not their country.
But if it was, that's why I wish that it was.
These are all worldwide conglomerates.
So we need to buy oil companies and start them up, and then that way we can use our own oil reserve.
Yeah, I know, but the price of that oil, Bo, just think about this. If you're sitting on oil in the ground and you are an American company and you can sell it in the United States for $75 or sell it to the Saudis for $125 or some other country, let's say you can sell it to Germany for $125. Who are you going to sell it to?
Yeah, I'm going to
make a free market.
But then there comes there comes a humanity choice you got to make sometimes. I don't know. I mean, the market is just so good, you know. I mean, humans are what, you know, the people.
It's going to go where that demand is.
I know you're right. That's exactly right.
Terrible.
But I'm just wishing a little bit.
I know.
I'm wishing on the star.
What you get into, Bo, is if you go down that path, you're no longer a free
you're right.
capitalist.
But I think you could put an emergency, maybe time limit on something like that. I don't know if that would work. I mean, you know, a way to get relief, if it was cheaper, I would be all for it. I just know that I really hate that this little body of water has had such a big effect on the entire world. I think it's time to rethink things. I mean, to rethink how everything goes.
I think what's going to happen, I think China and Russia both are going to interact with Iran and create, and it's already in the works, pipeline systems that connect them all, because they're right there where they can be connected.
That's what
They don't need a body of water to cross. They can go across land.
Right.
Okay, with pipelines, and some of it already exists. I think you're going to see that take place and Iran will end up being rich.
Where would we get ours? Where's our pipeline from that area? Or do we just say we're done?
We got what we need here. But the problem is it's connected to the world and our price is tied to the world.
We can shut it off.
We don't need to shut ours off.
Well, just for us.
You can't do it.
There's got to be a magic way. There's somebody that's got. It's like, no, we can. We can. Who are you? Where are you?
And Lisa Hillis says, America does have a bunch of oil, Jordan. It's unfortunately it's wrapped up in a world market.
Yeah, that's what
the
we're
whole
talking about,
point.
and it's hard for me to grasp too because
and
we do.
Connie agrees with you. Temporarily, we should shut it down.
Yes.
Here's the problem with that. If you ever see the United States do anything temporarily, it always is forever.
Yeah, you're right. And this common knowledge that we have because that we think it's our oil and we get to use it. You know, I've fallen for that, and it's not true. I mean, this world market, they're selling our oil. Getting to Jordan's comment, to other countries. I mean, it's not our oil.
It don't belong to us. It belongs to the companies.
But it comes out of our ground. I guess that's what I'm saying.
It comes out of all over the place.
Or our reserves.
Like the Gulf of Mexico.
Right. Our reserves.
The Gulf of Mexico is about to erupt and bust. It's got so much oil in it.
So you would like to believe that comment says, yeah, we got oil. And you would elude you to believe that we use it all, but we don't.
Here's what you could do. All exports have a tax so high that you won't want to export it from the United States.
See?
You could do that, but you can't restrict.
No, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
You can tax the dickens out of it.
Let's do it, and let's keep the oil here in that way that if they want to buy it, they can buy all they want, but they got to buy a whole lot.
But here's the problem. We can keep it here, but still the global market will dictate what we're paying for it. Yeah. And you got June. We're in June now. Today's June 1st.
June 1st.
Travel season from now through July. You're fixing to see
travel season.
You're fixing to see. I topped the tank Sunday, and I'm glad I did because I think by the end of this week and then the next week as we go, we're going to gradually ease back up
into
again.
The fours again. It was at like
I'm
3
afraid
something.
so, Bo. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Please no. I just don't want that. Groceries hadn't gone down.
Let's see now. Let's go back. This was a comment. Lisa Hillis. It's all about you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Yeah, the American people are the lowest people on the totem pole in the grand scheme of all this.
Mm-hmm. They are.
Israel's more important. Lebanon's more important.
Lebanon,
for crying out loud, Iran's more important right now than we are.
That's what's getting the attention. You're right.
All right, we got people over here starving, but yet we're spending money over there like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
All right, seriously.
And we're supposed to end war. We want to end wars. Yeah, I understand Iran's always been a bad player, but now look.
I don't know what you do. The Bible tells us it's going to be turmoil, and the last battle is going to be fought right there.
That's right. Wars and rumors of wars, and there right there is the epicenter. And it's always been going on there.
It's not going to stop.
So what that does beg the question, what's next? So we've got
nothing. So Trump is the reason that Nearest Green is having issues. He is a racist. Okay, let's dissect that. Trump don't even know anything about Nearest Green and Uncle Nearest, okay? What's the problem is, well, there's a whole lot of problems.
Well, there's good news. I went by there the other night. It was packed. Apparently, there's a new ownership group coming to town. I have wish the best for Nearest Green, and I love that they're not going away. And I think that they're gonna be what they could be.
Well, news came out today.
That's great.
There is an investment group, which I think if you do a little research, you'll find out who it is. They've already stuck their head up, I think.
That's great.
And you do realize our refineries are not set up to process sweet crude like what's in the United States. Oh yeah, you've got the Venezuelan. The Venezuelan crude oil. That's some of the worst crude oil on the planet.
Well, that's the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, we're proud to have taken that over. I mean, it's a complex. The market is a complex issue.
Just like everything. But thanks for that. I didn't know that. I really didn't. I know the oil king over here did, but not me.
Okay. Racism is just getting us to point fingers at each other, so the poor can't rise up against the rich. That's the oldest take in Southern America. Here's another thought, maybe. I get the oppression thing. Everybody likes to play that card. If somebody, I think there's still opportunity in this country to some degree. if you choose to take that path of opportunity.
Yes.
I'm still bullish on America. There are opportunities to get out of the gutter, and it's easy to get in the gutter and stay there.
For every human being,
it takes massive amounts of work to crawl out of it.
It does.
That opportunity still exists.
It does, but if that type of racism exists, it needs to be called out and expelled, because that has no room in 2026. I mean, we're here now.
Yeah.
You know, we're people. We need to unify.
But I do agree with what Jordan is saying, though. It gets people pointing fingers at each other.
Oh, yes,
absolutely,
it does. And it creates all kinds of problems.
But there's still opportunity when you look at the socioeconomical situation, and it's not about getting a college degree anymore. It's about finding a trade and manage your money wisely. I've seen people that came from a poor background that just excel and just become millionaires.
I
mean, there's stories right here in Bedford County.
It happens
right here.
Yes, right here.
So that opportunity exists.
Yeah.
But we've gone into a lot of different talk here. We're going back to the Uncle Nearest situation. I'm anxious to see. This is what I'd love to see. This new investment group come in, get this ship turned around, manage it properly,
distill whiskey on site,
actually get a distillery. We don't have a distillery yet. I think if you do start distilling your own, now of course it takes a while for that to hit the market. I don't know the process.
That's okay though.
It takes years.
That's okay. I'm down with the process.
But you start the process and you actually become a legitimate distillery, and you've got something going on. You can continue to use the other place in Columbia if they'll have your business back. But if you've got the money to stand in there and fight through the battle that's going to take place, it could be good. Now you're in down times in the whiskey business, the bourbon business. There's a lot of distilleries have just belly up.
There's been a lot of distilleries come up like locally in the last 20 years.
Yeah, but now the market is so bad. A lot of them have failed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that's the reason Uncle Nearest failed. It didn't help matters, but I think just poor mismanagement and blowing and going too fast, too hard, and not sitting down and counting.
Right.
I mean, for crying out loud, if you ain't filed your income tax, how do you even know you're making any money or not?
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues there that we don't even want to get into. But looking toward the future
looks bright.
Bedford County needs this to succeed.
Yes, and it looks there. It's a bright day. We're glad to see it.
Okay, Jordan Malone's got some ideas. You could have a Black History Trail and really hit a new tourism revenue stream. I mean, there's all types of opportunities, but somebody's got to step up and do it. You can't expect the government to do that.
No, you can't.
It has to. You got private investors that are coming into the Nearest Screen, and that could. When I'm saying private investors, somebody's taking money out of their pocket and other people's pockets to do this.
Yes. And that would be great to associate that with
the government. Needs to stay as far out of business as possible. That's the reason we're in the trouble that we're in right now.
Limited government.
Yep.
We're all about limited government.
All right. Well, Bo, I'm anxious to see what happens with that. I'm very anxious to watch what plays out in the Middle East. We have no control, and it changes every 5 minutes. So I would suggest you go to Open Source Intel on X. And if you go to Citizen Free Press, on the internet, citizenfreepress.com, you'll get to see all types of stuff going on.
All the headlines.
And I didn't know this. Today's Marilyn Monroe's 100th birthday.
I saw that. Okay. Happy birthday, Marilyn. Wish you were still here. Sorry.
Okay. Well, all right. So Google to release 32 million mosquitoes in California.
Oh, thanks.
To stop disease.
Thank you, Google. Appreciate that.
How Costco sells such cheap gas.
They got their own supply.
Democrats want us all dead. Just ask Paul Krugman. This is hilarious stuff. But these are all things that you guys need to check because the mainstream media is not following on what's really going on in the world.
No, they're not.
But that's a good place to go check things out. And on all check this, all we're going to get out of here and we're going to thank our sponsors once again.
580
Graphics.
And Dennis Young Insurance. We got it. Shelbyville folks.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for your comments, and thanks for your participation.